Chapter 1 The Fall. The golden spires of heaven shimmered under the eternal light as Seraphina, once a radiant warrior of the celestial host, knelt before the angel king's throne. Her wings, once pure as starlight, were now singed at the edges, her armor cracked from battle. "You have failed in your duty," the angel king boomed, his voice like thunder. "The demon horde was to be vanquished, yet you showed mercy. Mercy has no place in war." Seraphina lifted her head, defiance in her silver eyes. "They were children, my king. Innocence corrupted, not damned. I could not slaughter them." The angel king's gaze burned with divine wrath. "Then you are no longer fit to serve heaven." With a wave of his hand, a searing pain tore through her back. Her wings were ripped away, their feathers dissolving into ash. Seraphina screamed as she was cast from the heavens, plummeting through the void like a fallen star. She crashed into the mortal world, her body broken, her spirit shattered. Chapter 2. The human who found her. Days passed in a haze of pain. Seraphina lay in the mud, rain pelting her like heaven's scorn. She had given everything for her faith, and in return she was discarded. Then warm hands, a voice soft but firm. "By the gods, you're alive." She forced her eyes open. A man knelt beside her, his dark hair plastered to his face from the rain. His eyes were brown, warm like earth after a storm. Not the cold gold of heaven. "Human, stay still," he murmured, lifting her with surprising strength. "I've got you." She wanted to resist. Angels did not accept mortal aid, but she had no strength left. As darkness took her, she felt something she hadn't in centuries. 50. Chapter 3 The Healing. When she awoke, she was in a small cottage, the scent of herbs thick in the air. Bandages wrapped her wounds, and a fire crackled nearby. The man, Elias, sat by the hearth, stirring a pot of broth. "You heal fast," he remarked when he noticed her watching. "Faster than any human." Seraphina tensed. "You know what I am." He shrugged. "I've heard stories. Never thought I'd meet an angel." "I am no longer an angel," she whispered bitterly. Elias studied her, then offered a bowl of soup. "Then what are you?" She had no answer. Days turned to weeks. Elias, a former soldier turned healer, tended to her wounds without question. He spoke little of his past, but she saw the scars on his hands, the marks of battles fought and losses endured. One evening, as she stared at the stars through the window, she asked, "Why help me?" Elias sighed. "Because once I was left to die too." Something in her chest tightened. Chapter 4. A different kind of war. News came of a demonic plague spreading in the nearby village. The same corrupted souls Seraphina had refused to slaughter now ravaged the land. "Heaven's punishment," she muttered. Elias strapped on an old sword. "Or just another battle to fight." She stared at him. "You would face them. Alone." "I'm not alone." His gaze held hers. "Unless you'd rather stay." Seraphina hesitated. She had no wings, no divine power. But she had something else now, a choice. He stood. "I will fight with you." Chapter 5. Redemption in the Dark. The village was a nightmare of smoke and screams. The corrupted, twisted souls with glowing red eyes tore through the streets. Elias fought with the precision of a soldier, but he was still mortal. When a demon lunged for him, Seraphina moved without thought. She threw herself between them, catching the creature's claws across her chest. "Seraphina!" Elias shouted. She gritted her teeth, gripping the demon's wrist. "You were innocent once," she whispered. "Be at peace." A pulse of light, her last remnant of grace, flared from her hands. The demon shuddered, its corruption burning away, leaving only a trembling human child. All around, the other corrupted stilled, their darkness receding. Elias stared at her in awe. "You saved them." Seraphina collapsed, blood staining her tunic. "Mercy is not weakness," she gasped. Chapter 6. What heaven never could. As she lay dying, the skies split open. The angel king descended, his golden radiance blinding. "You have done what none of my warriors could," he said, his voice softer now. "You showed them compassion. Rise, Seraphina. Your place in heaven is restored." He extended a hand. Her wings shimmered back into existence. But Seraphina looked past him to where Elias knelt beside her, his hands stained with her blood, his eyes full of grief. "No," she whispered. The angel king frowned. "You refuse." She reached for Elias' hand. "Heaven gave me purpose, but he gave me a heart." The angel king's gaze shifted between them. Then, for the first time in eternity, he nodded. "Then you are free." With that, he vanished. Elias cradled her close. "You're staying." Seraphina smiled, her fingers lacing with his. "I'm home." Epilogue. Years later, the village thrived. A healer and his angelic wife guarded its borders, not with swords, but with kindness. And in the quiet moments when the stars shone brightest, Seraphina would spread her wings, not for battle, but to shelter the man who had given her what heaven never could: love.